The nature of price trends can be more clearly revealed based upon the color of candlestick formations. Right now, the Dow in a sideways mode is also more amplified by the fact that you have down days, then a green candle, a down candle, a green candle, a down candle. But the most important factor in this whole analysis is the fact that the Dow and the other indexes are currently trading below the T line with stochastics heading down. That told us that when we got into this condition, the overbought area had a doji gap down, but there was probably a change of investor sentiment. So if you had a portfolio that was predominantly long, this was the area to start closing out long positions, taking profits, and then be more oriented towards scanning for the high profit short charts. The same analysis can be applied to the NASDAQ when we started seeing dojis up here, stochastics in the overbought area, then a close back below the T line. That anytime you see that close back below the T line after candlestick reversal signals, the probabilities are dramatically in your favor that the trend is now going to be bearish. As you can see clearly illustrated in Roku, you had a nice strong 45 degree, then you had a big bearish engulfing signal. You can apply a lot of the simple rules to candlestick analysis in the as far as analyzing your charts. Notice where they gapped up in the overbought area. The Japanese rice traders pretty much tell us that whereas most of the exuberance buying occurring in the overbought area, that tells you to start looking for a sell signal. That gap up illustrates that exuberance. Not only did you have a big bearish engulfing signal, but the next day when they traded it down and closed below the T line, you had one simple factor. You could stay short until you see a candlestick buy signal and a close back up above the T line, also with the caveat that the further away you move from the T line, the higher the probability it'll eventually come back up and test it. As of now, Roku is giving you a chart that tells you the buying hasn't started. You can stay short until you see a buy signal. That same analysis was applied to our recommendation to go short on SPB. Look where you were. Just again, use a simple analysis. A doji in the overbought condition away from the T line, followed by a bearish engulfing, giving you one of your strongest candlestick reversal signals. A bearish left-right combo followed by a gap down. And remember what a candlestick signal followed by a gap tells you? That not only have they had a change of investor sentiment, but that new investor sentiment is got a lot of power to it. So you can stay short until you see a buy signal and a close back up above the T line. The visual aspects of candlestick signals are very clear for understanding what's happening at important technical levels. Uptrend overbought right here at the 200-day moving average. You have a doji. The next day they open it lower and take it down. What's that tell you? Just logically, what's happening to investor sentiment up here? That's where everybody was watching to see if it was time to sell. We can see it more clearly with the doji that occurred at that level. The fact that they closed it back below the T line put us right back into the simple T line rule that we're in a downtrend until we see a candlestick buy signal and a close back up above the T line. Another visual advantage, again, from candlestick analysis is identifying not only the stocks that might be moving up. There's our bullish best friend in the scan tonight on STNG, Scorpio tankers, giving you a high probability the next wave is starting, adding the prospects that they did a bullish Harami doji right off the 50 with stochastics curling back up and a close back up with a gap up through the T line. That shows you there's been a strong reversal. Also, the fact that this is a transportation company and you can see other transportation stocks acting well, that at least gives you the quick analysis that maybe the transportation stocks are now in the next cycle for the next uptrend. That'll be it. We'll see you in the chat rooms.